time, prime time, feeling like Dion in the limelight. Showdown, trying to blow it down, get my mind right. Oh, hey, what you know? Ain't crashing out. All I wanna do is hear you get loud.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now on a white and snowy December afternoon. And off we go from Lambeau. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
Black Ultra.
Love going to throw right away. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. Look at this Baltimore defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Go red.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready. Hey, yellow, 43. Ready.
Now Love. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. This defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely.
They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
No, we changed it.
Now Jackson. That is caught with Sean Bateman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
With Sean Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the Ravens strike first and 3's him. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Put money down. Get your money down. I put money down. On all of us. On my people now. On what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it down. Get to the minute the sun is up. There's no rest to shut it down. Whatever, get your money up. Believe it on God, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Everything that I love.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play. Yeah.
That too.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Set, ready, go pink. 60 red. 60 red. Hut.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Okay,
Heavy
ready?
set out there on 3rd and 1.
62 block. Red. Cycle. Let's go now. Set.
Love looking to throw it. Hard throw. Incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You look at this Packers defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. To throw is Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Packers at 9-6 now. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down.
Set, ready. Blue 30, white, white. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Henry up the middle. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
And the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers at that situation, they really become magnified.
Okay, ready?
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Ready.
Following the interception, Love. The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Green Jack. Hut, hut.
Working out of the gun. Love is going to fire one deep over the middle. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now incomplete to again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Jackson. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Jackson to Bateman there, first down, Ravens.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This could be a start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Flush to his right. Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Let's go now.
And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check, huh?
Here's Love. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And he is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Okay, right.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Blue, set, hut. 10 cycle. Hut.
Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 52, smash, red. Hut, hut.
Going back to Love. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him. Reeling it in on the out route.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Come on.
To throw now. Here's Love. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Drill green. 6, ready.
Love now. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Slice boot, ready. Black, 50, green. Blue, go. Spike, white. Ready.
Final play of the half. Love toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. Too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson. And Walker has it. And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Baltimore.
Jackson. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
defensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Again, Jackson. That one complete to Ligon. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson finding Walker complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Think they girls don't be. If you didn't know, they be better than us. One hand.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Brandon McManus to keep on for Green Bay.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Flowers going to go in motion right. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. And you look at this Packers defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Xavier Legette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Slide through. Drill green. Set.
Throwing. Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. You look at this Packers defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Jackson to throw. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Zoom black. Hut.
A first carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Come on, set. 60 red. 60 red. Yellow, go. Hut, hut.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to go incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Here we go, set. Black 40. Ready, ready.
Love looking to throw it. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the interception, here's Jackson. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one complete till again. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Running left, it's Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Baltimore.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Life slows you down, your body gets acting up, your mind is out of bounds, it's telling you pack it up. You check about thoughts and memories that's adding up.
Ready up?
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Putt.
Working out of the gun. Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Henry running right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Hey, middle.
Jackson's going to try the sneak. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up fourth down.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw now. Here's Love. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
33, yellow, blue striker. Ready?
They're going to try and throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Black shot.
First down.
Here's Love. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 21-0 lead already, no need really to take any unnecessary risks. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Jackson now. Throw right side here taken in by Bateman. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd down and 4.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And that first half will string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
And the Packers first down.
Love now. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
45, ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Jackson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Got a man. That's the get. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing. Love. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
drill, sticky, green. 6, mega. Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So they look like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Inside handoff, Henry. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of the yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This from 42 yards out. And his kick here is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Love looking to throw it. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 62 yards. And the Packers get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Down the sideline he goes. Racing to the end zone. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
34. Packers 8.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Escapes the defender. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
They're on the 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now 3rd down and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Yellow. Set.
Love from the gun. And now here's another interception. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. They set up the screen for Henry. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled him for just a short gain.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Powering his way forward. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Slice, 97. Set, red,
Love, they go play action now. They'll buy some time right. And he drops it incomplete. And the struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Packers on third down. A pretty woeful 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach up.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
on the ready. Set. Slice, boot, ready.
Now Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 22.
Makes the score Ravens 37, Packers 15.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Throw caught by Flowers. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw is Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go, set.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good for a Packers first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Love. That's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 47 yards. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
That is intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, then he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now it's Jackson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Throwing is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. That one into the hands of Flowers. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Jackson going to change things up a bit. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 5. Jackson. And Walker has it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined it.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Ravens extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Ready, ready. 45, White.
Love now. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Red, cycle. Blue, striker. Needle, blue. Set,
Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And my goodness, another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Got a man. That's Liggett. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keeps scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up. I been Steph Curry with the shot. Been cooking with the sauce. Chef Curry with the boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. Hey, who the is, boy? OVO, man, we really with boy. Yeah, really with the. I should probably sign a hit, boy, cause I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you gotta chill. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico basement, working on the phones. Either that or try the money mark to make the pickups. Man, it's 2008, I'm trying to paint the picture. Comeback season in the works, and now I'm thinking bigger. I got in the studio every night, late night. Gotta watch it, don't wanna make them sicker. That's my oh Lord, got a whole lot to show for it. I mean, we could really get it, we could go for it. I'm just here for the Bucks and the Billies. Don't make me one of the ghosts for it. I run it, they like go for us. Run for us, run for us, go for us. Yeah, I mean you already wrote for us. Damn, what's one more quote for us? Oh Lord, who else sounded like this? They ain't made me what I am, they just found me like this. I was ready, I've been ready since my dad used to tell me he would come into the house to get me. He ain't show. Valuable lesson, man, I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. 0 to 100 real quick. Real real quick. The whole squad on it real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick.
Whole squad on it real.
Whole squad on it real. Yeah. The other night, Lavishly told me that I'm all these people listen to. She said they love me unconditional. Imagine how I feel to watch another at the top. You know that if you wasn't you, you would be dissing you, dog. Damn. Okay, from that perspective, I see what you talking about. No way to soften that. Cause me, I was trying to find out where I lost him at, but maybe I ain't lose him at all. Maybe I keep moving forward and they're just stagnant, they ain't moving at all. But when they need a favor, who do they call? Maybe I'm searching for the problems, asking what was said and who was involved. Too focused on people's feedback and proving them wrong. They say the shoe can always fit no matter who for this song. These days feel like I'm squeezing in them. Whoever won before just wasn't thinking big enough, I'm about to leave them with them. Cause if I run the game in these, man, the seams are splitting. No pun intended, but they smelling defeat in the air. Headed where nobody took it, who meeted me there? They tell him that he talking crazy, but he doesn't care. Being humble don't work as well as being aware. Listen up, boy, you better off eavesdropping. We already got spring 2015 popping. P&D dropping, reps up P dropping, Magic Jordan dropping, Obi dropping, not to mention me dropping. Feel like we paid the refs off, man, we fixed the game. Me and Noel been at it before Twitter names. Yeah, been on the move like the lease is up. And I can't even name one person that's keeping up. Damn, how it was in the past tense. Ask yourself, how do we match up now? Cause I'm only 27 and I'm only getting better. If I haven't passed you yet, watch me catch up now, for real.
Handsome Lagosian, name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and they all fire. I don't spill words, I Spielberg on the beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the G. Show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin. Toby gon' kill this beat, a chef gon' cook. You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook. Sticks and stones will break some bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes, joke. Don't look shattered like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making threats, make them sign out. I redefine routes. We the ones Chris Webber calling time out. Around and find out.